Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I remain Analytical Amos, and this is my raw and unedited data talks. Another episode, interesting topic we are going to be dealing with today. If you have not watched my other videos, you can go back and watch my other episodes. You get a lot of insights and knowledge from it. And if you've not subscribed, subscribe, like, follow, drop your comments. I really want to get your comments so I know how to tailor it to interest you better. I'm here for you, and today we're going to be dealing with dashboard mistakes data analysts make. I've seen a lot of dashboards on LinkedIn, especially from new analysts. They're like, I created this dashboard today and this is, and people criticize, people comment, and people encourage. It's very good to put yourself out there. And I see some mistakes which I'll just point out a few, not all, a few, in case you are building dashboards and you want to get better with it. This video is what you need right now. The first thing I look at in a dashboard, which is what you should know, is the colors. The colors. Some dashboards are too colorful, like they look like the rainbow. Man, you have to cut down on colors so your dashboard doesn't look too busy with colors and it distracts or is not appeasing. There are dashboards that can just be one color and it looks very appealing to the eyes, that even from the dashboard, even if someone didn't have interest to look at the numbers, because of how appealing they look to the eyes, they might end up looking at it. Yeah, I've had those. It has happened. I'm talking from experience, very real experience. And if your dashboard is too colorful and the colors don't blend in, it's chaos, it's chaotic. So that's the first thing, is you mind the use of colors. There are a lot of sites that offer color palettes that you can use. You can actually use from. Example, colors.com. They give color palette. You can look at it, look at the color codes, and use it to build your dashboard. Most of those color palettes are really thought of by good designers, people who learn colors and people who are into it, so they know colors that match with each other. And this is for the ladies. The fact that you wear, sorry to say, but the fact that you wear a color and it matches in your outfit doesn't mean you should bring it to the dashboard. It might not match looking at it on a dashboard. I'm telling you, real scenarios that have happened in places that I've worked. Yeah. So first thing you need to understand the colors. And there's one thing you should always stick with in a dashboard: the company or the organization color. It's very, very important. If your organization's color is blue, ash, and white, you should stick to that colors when you are building the dashboard. Of course, you put your organization logo, your company logo, or if it's not your company, your client logo. Most times they need it. It is a good practice. You can put the logo at the top corner, at the top of your dashboard, then use the colors of the company. It's very, very much accepted, and it gives brand identity. It gives brand identity. So you actually need to stick to the colors of your company if you're building dashboard. I believe every data analyst should know this, but for beginners who wouldn't know, in case you're doing an interview for a company and they give you a task to build a dashboard, the first thing that might catch the hiring manager or the recruiter or whosoever is looking at your dashboard would be sticking to the colors. Except they are giving you a data set that talks about a company that doesn't exist or a sample company. Even with that too, you can still impute the company you are interviewing for, the company colors. Yeah, it works. I've interviewed a lot of people and I've given out dashboard tasks, and the ones that actually, because the dashboard task I gave was numbers related to the company I was working in, and most of them that used the company colors, I got interested in even seeing it. Yeah, not that I used it as a point to score them, but it gave them an edge, sort of. Yeah, I can be very, very truthful with you. Then secondly, the second mistake people make with dashboard is using so many charts with no explanation. It's very tricky for you to think that the charts you are using, everybody understands it. See, I know people back where I used to work and places I've worked that they will tell you, I don't understand this chart. And you're like, this is just a bar chart. Yeah, okay. Put the description there. It's at least a little sub description, like, okay, this chart talks about this. There are people that can actually look at the chart and understand very well. Those who are data inclined, or those who have actually been exposed to it, those who understand a bit of, I call it semi-technical knowledge of data or charts or dashboards, they might grasp it quicker and faster. But for those who don't know anything, we have people like that in companies, and you're doing analysis for them, maybe in a particular department, and they're like, what this chart now, what does it mean? I've seen it. It happens. So let your chart be self-explainable for anybody looking at it. That they don't need to come back and be asking you 3 questions for what does this say, what does this say. If they start asking you so many questions in your dashboard, it means there's something you're missing. You have to restructure it. And this doesn't happen to only beginners or juniors, even with seniors. Sometimes you have something in your head and you build it and you think anybody will understand. At the end of the day, you're not building it for yourself, you're building it for users. Your dashboard is a product for people to use. So, and if your users can't use it very well, then it is not user friendly. That's certain. So you have to build it to be user friendly for them to understand, put descriptions and make them get the insights quick once they look at the dashboard, a page in the dashboard, a page in the report, or look at the charts. They should understand it better. The next thing that leads me to is bad layout. Sometimes people build dashboards that are hard to read because there's no flow. If you are building a dashboard or a report, you should give it a flow. When I mean a flow, for example, you have users and you have sales or orders or transactions or bookings or anything that represents transaction in the company, and you want to build a dashboard that tells a story. A normal person should start with, okay, these are the users, these are the transactions. You build it on, you explore the users, you explore the transactions, you explore the causes, and you explore the impacts. That should be how it should flow. Someone should be able to look at your dashboard and understand how the user is transitioning right from when they came in till when they are engaging in the platform, on the platform. So your dashboard should be able to tell that story seamlessly for anybody looking at it. And if anybody should come to your report, they should know, okay, this is where I need to go to be able to see this. So if you have bad structuring, bad layout, it will be hard to read the report or dashboard. And they'll always be calling on you, where can I find this in your dashboard? Where can I find this in your dashboard? At the point, you can actually put descriptions on the front page. Okay, this page leads to this page leads to this. Some people even put, how do I call it? Manual on their dashboard. Okay, this number talks about this number talks about this one, this. If you need this, you can actually drill through to get this. People do it. So anyhow you want to make your layout easy to understand, that's good. The next issue is no KPI structure, and it's still related to the previous. But what I mean by no KPI structure here is that the key KPIs that are supposed to be there in the dashboard that tell the business progress, or tell the stage of the business, or tell how well the business is doing, you're missing it. If your dashboard misses key metrics, then it's no use because it cannot be used for the business. One thing about data is that with one person, a single user, you can get 1,000 data points. Yeah, that's how tricky data is. So if you are going in circles, putting different metrics that don't make sense and missing the key metrics, then I don't think you're giving the business what they require, what they need. So what I do is that when I get to a particular company, the first and they say, okay, you need to build this dashboard, you need to build this. I treat it as if you are building a product, a normal product, a tech product. And in a tech product, what happens? You have user the product requirements, you have the user stories, you have the key things you're going to build, you have the structure, then you have the building of the project. You don't just jump in and start because you want to build that. They say build dashboard, you start building. No, they have to the user, the target user you are building the dashboard for, have to tell you what they need and what they need to use the dashboard for.